the technologies are becoming more and more sophisticated. And for those of you who have worked with the Cordys platform, you know how sophisticated this technology is. This is not for the faint of heart. We are really at the bleeding edge. We are at the cusp of a new generation of technology. And that's true in every industry that we see. The world of the future, the world that we see going on, this is why it's so hard for people to grasp what Jan and his team have come up with, is because it's a totally different way of thinking about the technology. It's not about data integration, it's about process integration and process orchestration. It's not about building something for the enterprise, it's about building for something for the ecosystem. It's not just about cross-functional process integration across the business, it's about integrating the partners in the organization. And then finally, it's not about getting rid of the legacy, it's about isolating legacy and accessing it when you need it and operate in a totally different world. Examples of the way we've worked with the Cordys platform that address this issue of innovation, globalization, and transformation. A program we did with Embraer down in Brazil, where Embraer's problem was they had a huge ERP estate, 2,400 ABAP changes in it, could not migrate to 6.0, and wanted to move more and more of their activities out into the cloud. And I'm very pleased to announce we just went live last week with this system. We worked with Jan and his team over a period of time to do that, and they are thrilled by what they have now. They haven't thrown away SAP. They still use SAP for their core applications there, but we now have Cordys at the front end doing all the Kaizen process improvements and the customer relationship management in a very, very powerful way. And so that's really about transformation of an environment where you leave the legacy in place and you deploy new technology to be able to have it take place. And then finally, on a globalization story, Zurich Financial Services has a global life platform. And they really have two options because they want to make it available all over the world. One is create a different instance in each country to accommodate unique business processes, regulations, requirements in each country, in which case you have a huge configuration management problem, or force all the different organizations to change to the application. And having experienced living in Europe for a good part of my life, I can tell you I would not want to be the person responsible for change management to get the French to operate the way the Germans do, right? Or to get the British to operate the way the Italians do. Every country has its own culture, its own mentality, its own style, its own way of thinking of things. And the beauty of this approach is you don't have to change that. You can allow that kind of customization to take place at the field level, in the process level, and leave the core application at the functional level so you don't have to have all those changes. I mean, that is a really, really brilliant insight. You can have the process you want, you can have the organizational structures you want, you can access the global application, but we'll fix that in Cordys, not in the core application. And that's why we've been so excited about what's going on with Cordys platform, right?